Yo, what's up everybody? Long time no see. RobotVice here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a Techies commentary from a match I played last night. You guys didn't know I took like maybe 5 weeks off of Dota, which is the first time I stopped playing Dota for that long and quite a while. But anyways, I've been getting back into it a little bit. I played 3 matches on my third account. And we played a Techies game last night, and this is it.
Axe has no time for all this jibber jabber.
So anyways, you can see I started with a new kind of skill build this game. I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit more. So I'm starting with a new skill build or item build. Excuse me. This is similar to a lot of the EU players and what they're doing right now, and I think it's really good. Basically, you just bring out 2 salves. And just some regen and stuff. You don't need any items. You're just going to go for Soul Ring right away. So no Null Talisman. I swear I thought he put a ward there, so I ended up putting a sentry down, and I was incorrect. But so here we go. Just trading some right clicks here. We easily could have got first blood. I don't really know what happened. It's just like a lot of miscommunication here early on, and you'll see that I even mess up a first blood coming up. So anyways, we send 3 up top, and we end up getting the 2 bounty runs here. And me and Bane are just running at some people. So I was like, you know what? I'll just come over here, and since the creep wave won't aggro me, I'll just click the coddle a little bit. So you'll see the first thing I do is I find a value blast off onto 2 players, which works out really well. I'm recording a video right now. So you'll see we just keep trading, and then when my blast off comes back up, I'll try to take advantage of it. But we're halfway to level 2, and you saw there that the coddle walked over and blocked the hard camp by body blocking it. That's kind of like a higher level play. Where they're just like, don't want this camp to be here, so I can't pull it, because I'm obviously going to be pushing in the wave. And so is Axe once he gets Helix. But I'd say this lane's going fairly well at the moment. It's pretty even. Oh, well. So I pick up my level 2, and instantly I'm going to start placing down some mines. I ended up wanting to go there, but Axe ends up backing off. We were really out of sync, but he ended up playing really well. So Coddle gets the pull off. I end up canceling his clarity, which works out pretty nice. I just walk over here, and I pop down a mine while he's far away so he can't attack it. And I get 2 CS off of it, so we'll take it. Some solo XP. And now we're halfway to level 3. So Axe says he's going to go over here and pull, and I tell him it's a bad idea because since they just single pulled, this wave's going to double up and it's going to shove into our tower. So he ends up just pulling it away, so I guess they can't pull. Which I guess kind of works out. So you can see I now have 3 mines down. And we're just going to keep rolling with that. And I'm just going straight for Soul Ring. The Wraith King gets really aggressive here and messes up. But I end up getting juked. This is obviously one of the problems with Techies at higher levels is people understand how blast off works, and honestly, it's not the easiest ability to land, especially when people know when it's coming. That's why it's always best to do it from the fog, but when you're in vision, it becomes a little bit harder. But anyways, we're forcing out a bunch of regen from them, and Axe still has a bunch, and they have 0 regen at the moment. So I put a proxy mine here, and I'm kind of just baiting it at the moment. And I'm telling Wraith King, I'm like, we can easily get first blood here, or telling Axe, we can easily get first blood here, but The Wraith King makes a nice play, stuns the axe, and we don't end up getting it. So Coddle walks over to Pole, which actually causes Wraith King to have an unfortunate demise here, as he's going to walk over towards the small camp, and he goes for the attack, and he ends up just getting first blooded.
You deserve nothing.
I give him the tip. So we denied ourselves there, and now we have our soul ring since we got first blood, and we're back to the lane now. So it's going really well so far. And I try to get a pull off here. I end up only getting 2 creeps, which arguably is even better. But then Axe ended up pulling part of the wave, I guess. And I end up accidentally triggering my mine. Thanks to my Warden Sentry here, I end up seeing his ward, but I'm trying to pretend I don't see it, so he doesn't go for the deny with the blinding light. Our mid laner kills the Puck, which ends up working out, but this Puck ended up being really nice. Oh, you saw what I did here. This is a little trick. The bounty runes are coming up, and you'll see I placed down a proxy mine here to separate us, and then I stand on top of it so he can't click it, and he ends up getting hit by it. So he's going to walk over here and try to blinding light. I don't know what he's doing, but I end up just finishing him off. So it's always nice if you know you can stand on top of the proxy mine and try to get them to not be able to click it. So I was about to put down a ward for Invoker, but he ends up getting his own ward and putting it right here as I was going to place one. So I walk up here and I just put one up here so we can get some vision of any rotations there. And I put down a couple mines in this area. And this is when I find out that they have a ward here. Is because he comes up, he puts a sentry here, which I saw him do thanks to this ward. But they saw this ward. So now I know that they have vision here, because they can see this ward and it's nighttime. So now I have my boots and 2 clarities. There's just 3 people around mid, and I end up missing my blast off here. And turns out they were playing super aggressive. But I end up just getting collapsed on here. Pretty bad play from me, but it happens. You know, I went for a risky play, trying to get a Puck with a blast off in vision. I guess that was really stupid now that I think about it. But hey, that's life. So now I'm TPing back mid again with a sentry this time. I put down some mines and a ward here on this side. And I end up just not blast offing. We call out the Puck TP to bottom. He has haste and coil, and they were trying to get a kill on the Spectre. So it's a good ward by me. Ends up spotting out the Puck. And I take advantage of this time right now to de-ward them. And then we call for TPs down bottom, which is a good play, even though the Spectre ends up dying. A little late on the TPs, but Axe and Invoker TP. But Axe gets a double kill, and it's a little bit of space for me. You see here, I tried to get this wave so I could, I wanted to bring it over to the small camp and just hit it with the level 2 mine. But I ended up only getting part of the wave. But Wraith King's starting to recover, which is a problem here because we rotated our Axe to bottom, which ended up kind of working out, but now he's kind of stuck here, and he made a big mistake by... He runs up here and he pushes this wave, even though he knows Spectre's about to TP back down here, which is just like a really dick move, because that just fucks over our Spectre, which we don't want to do that. But I get a bunch of space top, which is really good for my game, which I think is a big reason why I had so much success this game, was because I got all this space. But I walk over here and grab a bounty. But you can see I put a point in stasis at level 4. I think that's now pretty mandatory as well. But I'm pretty sure I maxed out blast off after. I was thinking about putting a mine there, but then I realized it was just going to be a waste because Wraith King was just going to run into it. But I'm about to be level 6 now. 9 minutes in the game, which is really nice for us. And they start committing mid. I end up going in. I just miss my blast off on everybody. A real disaster, but we end up killing the puck. The puck just is insane. Playing super aggressive and like jaunting forward like that. Just like really unexpected, I guess. But now I have enough for my arcane boots, so no longer tranquil boots because I am going to eventually turn this into a Guardian Greaves if no one else on my team is getting that. If another one of my teammates has Guardian Greaves, I might go Lotus Orb or Pipe, or Lotus Orb or Ether Lens. Sorry. So I end up having to give up this rune. But and Bane takes the tome, which is fine because I'm almost level 7. It's really nice that Invoker actually called out that I should take this regen, and instead of just taking it himself. So a pretty nice guy. We end up using a smoke here. Forget if it works out or not. But this is Stan King. It's like almost qualified. He was like 1 game from qualifying to TI. 1 game away. I think twice. 1 game away, like best of 5 grand finals. Which sucks, but the Bane makes a nice play here. He gets to sleep into a grip, and we end up getting a blast off into a remote mine, and we kill the puck. So we really want to pressure top, but it's kind of difficult. And with the puck respawning soon, we got to be really careful. And we also, they just dewarded me there, so the ward that I'd put down previously scouts out both their supports, making the rotation. And we even see puck, so. Axe gets solo coiled. They're kind of busy trying to, the supports were busy with those mines for a bit. And they end up, this is just a disaster for them. I mean, they wasted Will-O-Wisp. This puck was quite the player though, but I end up getting him with the remote mine. Earthshaker gets hit by the proxy mine, but the Spectre ends up just haunting back to bottom, which is probably a good play. So we end up getting some kills and we take the top tower, which is a great start for us. And you'll see now I'm just going straight into Ags next. You can see here, Wraith King was trying to push the middle tower, but I had 2 mines there previously. So I just blow up the entire wave and his skeleton's first life. And it just stops the push entirely. So just 2 remote mines, level 1 remote mines will kill the wave. Just if you didn't know that, I'm sure you knew that, but... So now I am straight into Aghanims. This is what's happening now is I TP bottom to start setting up as my team is smoking to bottom. This is only happening because we have Stan King, who's like actually a good player. He's like organizing this shit kind of. Not really, but it's kind of just going with the flow. But they end up using Nightstalker ult to dive me here, and they get baited. I blast off in and feed, but I end up taking out the Earthshaker and weakening the Nightstalker quite a bit. But now our Bane's in a lot of trouble. But we end up turning. They get the Nightstalker. But this Puck is Puck's quite the player, honestly. He played really well. I don't know if he played really well, but he was very elusive. So anyways, here you can see when you respawn, I like to immediately put mines down as soon as I get up, just to get the 3 mines charges down. And this is like a really good triangle here. This one, it will get hit by, will hit the creep wave, but this mine triangle here is pretty good for defending this tower, especially when it's already low, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if that makes sense to you guys, but so we're about to go on the Wraith King here, but we end up not, because we're just a little too slow. We have bounty runes coming up, and I think that's what I'm calling right now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Can't believe this Night Stalker went bottle. What a psych. But anyways, right now I'm just getting the bounty runes and yeah, continuing my mind stack here. I ended up rotating over to the fight just to. I'm trying like a different style out where I'm participating a bit more in the fights and everything, which I think worked out pretty well this game. They end up catching the puck and. Yeah, I guess. I don't know why they paused, but Wraith King's trying to push this mid tower again. So I plop down the 2 remote mines again. And I'm going to defend the tower. So I blow the wave. He's still here. Invoker's getting chased down. He ends up dying. They get our mid tower. But I end up popping the reincarnation here. I didn't even realize I did that, I don't think, in the game. I don't think I called it out, but... Right now, the Wraith King is really farmed, so that's kind of the big scary thing in this game, is the Wraith King's pretty good this game, especially once he gets level 20. So, this Mind Stack here, I really like, because it's not right on top of the rune. I think it evades most of the common sentry wards that would be placed, like, here. So, putting it not right on top of the rune, but put it somewhere if they go pick up the rune, it's going to hit them from a distance away. It's like a kind of like a meta mind spot adapting. So this one obviously I'm trying to kill the puck with this trap, or obviously coddle. The shaker is an easy kill once I have Ags. The Night Stalker is always going to be a somewhat challenging kill, and the Wraith King obviously. So, just farming away towards my Ags. The Spectre Bane, or the Bane and Invoker made a nice play on the puck. And I'm just shoving in mid now. And they make this insane play. This is a super throw by them to make the play behind this tower when this tower is not even low enough to take, like, easily. This dive here was really bad, especially since I believe we just used Grip and Haunt. So they go in and fight this without spells, and it ends up just being an absolute disaster. Invoker, like, fucks up somehow with his Ghost Walk, and just, like, ends up not doing anything. So, yeah. Big throws, but Spectre gets out, so I guess that's good. Yeah, but the Axe played really well this game, or like, I'd say, I don't know, everyone played decent this game. But I'm really farmed. Like, I just passed Invoker in net worth, which is kind of scary, and I'm like 500 behind being top 3 net worth. So, it's going really well at 88 CS in 19 minutes. But this is another trap I'm putting down. I like this trap as well. It's like one of those ones that's away from the... So you see I have 2. I have one here, one here. And I end up finding the puck, I guess for you. Techies fans, you probably want to watch him blow up. There you go. So, puck goes down, and now we're huge. And I have my Aghanims coming out, so 20-minute Ags, pretty nice. This Bane's insane. Holy shit. So they actually have a ward here and a ward here. Wow. I didn't know they had such deep wards. We're like trying to de-ward them. We just didn't find shit. But the Wraith King goes Manta style next, which I'm not really sure how I feel about that. I feel like he needed BKB this game, but I mean against Bane and Spectre and Axe, it's not that great, but it's kind of necessary versus Invoker. So we knew they were smoked here. And they end up diving mid pretty hard. Invoker TP's in, and we haunt in as well. We get the coddle right away. And we end up killing this puck, I think. No, he actually gets away. Yeah, this puck was, like I said, this puck played really well. As far as, like, he died a lot, but I don't know. You could just tell he was, like, good at puck, even though he wasn't at the same time. So anyways, my next item I'm going to try to go is Force Staff here, and that's mostly because of these three heroes right here. It's obviously not the best versus Puck, but it's good against Earthshaker. It's great against Coddle, getting out of the Will-O-Wisp, and it's amazing against Night Stalker, getting out of the Crippling Fear. So Force Staff, like another support item / save item for myself instead of a Yule's, which would be like a more selfish item. The Force Staff works out really well. Bane gets a nice grip onto the Puck, and he goes down. So I'm putting a more aggressive Mind Trap here because I want to get it to if we get a team wipe, we can actually take Roche. I get the Shaker kill here, a Mind Trap right outside the outpost. And we end up TPing in here because we know they're alone. So it ends up being a really good fight, I think. Actually, wait. Yeah, it ends up being a really good fight. The Coddle buys back. Or not a really good fight. We back off there, but we end up getting a buyback and 3 kills. Super nice. So now I'm putting this opposite aggressive trap, basically defending this outpost. I see the Night Stalker TP top, and I tell my team I want them to come like this, but it doesn't end up happening. This guy should die, like right here. He should not be able to do this. So this tier 1 tower up, there's absolutely zero reason this guy should be able to get away with this right now. But anyways, he gets away with it. So I TP home because I need mana. I'm out of mana completely. So I get some more clarity, some more sentries. And I head out. They end up smoking again. We just got Radiance on Spectre. So they take a smoke right then. And my team's running bottom, so I actually start running bottom here instead of what I probably would have used to do. Would be running down mid here and pushing mid. But since it's a new era of Techies, I'm coming to the fight. So I show up here. I help do some damage to the Wraith King. Stasis Trap's pretty nice against Wraith King. But he gets a nice Echo Slam. I die. We commit 2 buybacks. I kill the Shaker with the Remote Mine there. But overall, I think it was probably a good fight for us, just because we just got to Spectre Radiance. The Puck just is insane. He's still going in. I TP out mid to go collect some Bounding Runes, or a Bounding Rune, and building towards Force Staff next, obviously. And once again, I'm putting mines near the Roche pit. I don't really care about mid right now. All I care about, you can see by the mines how much I prioritize Roshan in this case. Because we can't take Roshan very fast, but they can take it pretty fast. So we have to defend it. Our Spectre, I believe, ends up just dying here, which is super bad for us. And I think that leads into them taking Roche. Let's see. Nope, they're just pushing mid. Okay. So we end up getting a quickening charm, which I take, and you can see now, when Spectre died, I ended up moving. It's not enough to kill that guy. I ended up moving back to mid, and I'm starting to put up some defensive mines. And they actually have a ward right here. Wow, their warding was really good. We ended up scouting out the Night Stalker here. I guess I don't end up blowing those up. I don't think it's enough here anyways. This guy just ulted. What am I doing right now? Am I distracted? Oh yeah, I'm in a fight. So this is a really awkward fight. We no longer have haunts. We no longer have grip. And we're still going in for some reason. Night Stalker's going on the Voker. And, yeah. So, they have a 4K lead, obviously. It's, not going fantastically, but I think we have pretty good late game. And I asked Bane, I'm like, do you need this farm or something? What's happening? Like, why are you up here farming this wave? And he's like, oh, it's like I almost have 4 staff. And I ended up just blowing that up anyways. But yeah, I'm gonna put down another aggressive trap here around Roche. That's pretty much it right now. Spectre gets gone on again, and I think we call out to help him. But he ends up just... does he die or get away here? No, he ends up dying here. I blast off in to try to help Spectre, and he ends up turning and getting the kill on Shaker, actually. Oh yeah, this was actually good by me. And I'm like, bait puck into the mines. That was the call, was to bait puck into the mines. So... he's now going on me, so I run back to the mines, and I TP right in front of him, and then I blow his ass up. And that gives me a bunch of good experience. I'm level 20 now. My talents, I took the 20% magic resistance, I took the 5 mana regen, and then I took the blast off cooldown talent. And then at 25, I'll take the damage. Specifically just to assist in pushing bases and whatever, taking Roshan. More of like an objective thinking, rather than like a selfish, like, yes, we're still putting mines down and we might want the mines movement speed some games, or say like the movement speed some games, but overall we're building as a support and not as a carry anymore. So you'll see I'm building into pipe next, because no one on my team has a pipe. My axe built really selfishly, like Blade Mail, BKB, Blink, no pipe, no Crimson, nothing like that, so I'm going to end up working towards that. And I'm able to get some more farm top. And I end up messing up my mine stack there, which turns out pretty bad. There was only like 1 or 2 mines there, but they BKB'd. Puck TP's in here. I probably could have instantly blown those up, but I didn't. We take out 1 life from the Wraith King, and Bane gets taken out. Spectre's really low. There's no way he lives, right? Oh wow, spider legs, OP. Nope, he's dead. So I throw a mine, get the Shaker, and I end up dying. Puck goes in pretty deep, but I think he gets away with it. Yep, and it's not looking good at all for us right now. And Invoker bought back, and yeah, like I said, it's looking really bad for us. I'm surprised they don't head straight into Roche, but looks like they're coming down mid. And I think they realize, like, oh shit, Do they have Techies mines or whatever? So they back off now. And I don't know why they're not going to Roche, but Puck orbs into my mines, ends up getting taken out. Oh, let's rewind here. This is pretty nice. So watch my player perspective. Actually, yeah, let's watch my player perspective. I'm sitting on these mines here. We kill him. And then Coddle gets hit. I pop that. He gets sunstriked. And now we have our pipe. So next, I'm going to go into Guardian Greaves. Because we obviously don't have those. And Guardian Greaves is a great item. So, we've got a really nice mine stack here from earlier that will probably end up getting us a kill. We get a grip onto the Night Stalker in there, but Spectre keeps on initiating on the Wraith King for some reason. Kata walks into a mine trap. We end up taking out the Night Stalker here with the gem. Shaker gets caught next. Wraith King ends up TPing out. You know how I do it. I took the gem, immediately TP'd back to base. We scout out Puck with my remote mine here, and I think we end up killing him. So I put the gem in base. Alright, put it in my stash, I think. To end up dropping it for Bane somewhere. Where's the gem? Oh, Invoker has it. Okay. So they still have a 5k lead, however, even though we did just get Roche. And I'm just putting down some mines on this side of the map now, because kind of at this point I know this is where they're gonna come, because our team with the Aegis obviously wants to go here. I end up, this little mine trap I just put up ends up finding Coddle immediately. So luckily Wraith King walks right past it, and then Coddle, unfortunately, is the sacrifice. So I'm like, hey, we just killed Coddle, let's go make some plays. Just a random orb of venom sitting there. You know I gotta attack it. So they end up going in here. I try to get a remote mine, and I try to get the Puck, but he uses. I fake out the blast off. Yeah. Does Puck die here? Yeah, okay, he ends up dying. But they're like still floating in and out with Night Stalker. I end up disengaging. Bane dies and buys back. They're chasing down Invoker, but they don't have a gem any longer. Axe on the backside takes out the Earthshaker. I blow the mine on the Night Stalker, and Spectre's just running in like a psycho. I think I keep calling to back, but it's not a good idea because Spectre has Aegis, so we're fine to be in here. But for some reason, we keep killing the Wraith King first, so he reincarnates. And I got my Force Staff. I keep on running, and they're chasing me down, and yeah, I end up dying. They really wanted me. So we're 2 down right now, and I think we ended up feeding the gem back somewhere. So, but Spectre is pretty much immortal, and they're just ignoring her like a smart person. So I'm dead for 60 seconds. I got my mech now. I buy the tome. I'm close to 25. Not that it's nearly as relevant as before, but we're almost there. So I immediately respawn and kind of just getting some just in case we fuck up really bad mines down. And then my classic trap there. So we hit a smoke. We still should have Aegis. Nope, just expired. So we no longer have Aegis. But we find the Wraith King here. He pops a Minotaur Horn. But he has Silver Edge now. Missed the call. Axe, like, or he kind of reinitiates on Wraith King. And they're all running towards us. And Haunt gets used. Spectre just breaks the fucking coil for, again, an Ag's coil just fucking breaks it for some reason. Bane pauses, and I think he's saying, stop going on the fucking Wraith King or something, or like protect your supports or something. But we end up disengaging. And yeah, Invoker dies. He has to buy back. We kill the Wraith King once. And he probably runs away like usual. Shaker gets caught here, but uses himself. I blast off on top of him. Get the proxy mine. Take out the Shaker. And once again, this game is really close. This Wraith King is so farmed. 10k above my Spectre. So I'm getting another mine stack down on the bounty runes. Obviously, the bounty rune mines are really nice. They're running at us really hard, though, right now. And we scout out the Wraith King with the Stasis Trap sentry there. Axe ends up getting a really nice call. We take out the Coddle right away. I force staff the Invoker and try to save him. And, yeah. I have, like, no mana. I have, like, no mana regen either. But we end up taking a really nice fight. I always like to put, same thing with an Aegis. I really like to put the Stasis Trap down, like, right when the person's dying from an Aegis or has like a reincarnation. If you put it down like right as they're dying, it'll pop right when they respawn. So it really fucks them over. He ends up getting gripped, and we end up killing the Wraith King. So I'm flying out my Greaves and some Clarities now. I put a mine there in hopes that maybe he was TPing. I could get a lucky kill. But so I'm calling for group up for Greaves. Greaves will be really nice for us. Our team is having a really hard time sustaining. So now we have Pipe Greaves plus a 20% magic resist talent. So we're actually really tanky. But Roche comes back up and Wraith King's dead. But they end up coming in anyways here. It's like Puck kind of wastes his coil there on us. And we take out the Earthshaker, so I think we are just calling to run back to Roche. But Wraith King is now up. And it is very, very scary. So, really, this Aegis right here pretty much determines the game. Whoever gets it. So I'm even going to try to get in here and snatch it, even though I trust my Spectre to get it. But I'm gonna go in anyway, just to make sure Wraith King doesn't get it. But Spectre ends up picking up the Aegis and the cheese. I end up missing that kill, but he was pretty quick on the Yules anyway. So we're trying to chase down this Wraith King, but this Puck gets a really nice coil. But I end up hitting him with a stasis, and then I hit the Wraith King with a stasis over here. So Wraith King ends up dying, which is really nice. So good stasis traps. We find a DD rune. Night Stalker pops his ult, and he's just trying to... he pretty much has, like, permanent ult. But we end up just catching him here. And he dies, so he feeds the gem. I give him the tip. And I end up picking up the coddle, too. So I get a... Yeah, he's still dead. Never mind. But now this is kind of scary because Wraith King's coming up in 10 seconds. And we're down an Invoker for a little bit right now. But they're still trying to go in. Earthshaker has a gem. I pick up some more clarities. And I tried to put down a mine sign there, but everybody ended up backing off really quickly, so I wasn't able to actually get like any mines on it except one, which sucks. But despite us like seeming like we're owning, it's only a 1k lead, or it's a 1k lead for the enemies. So another fight breaks out bottom, and this is a pretty bad spot to fight. But I find their ward there. I take it out. And pop down a remote mine onto these guys. Blast off in. It's just a gem on the deck right now. Axe gets a nice call onto the Wraith King. We take him out once. I think we take him out again. Yeah, we get a nice grip, but there's pucks everywhere. He gets the silence. And, yeah. Take out the Wraith King. Coddle saying go end. Not too happy. Get the blast off onto Puck. And we're running down mid. Puck buys back and pushes out the mid wave. But we have a top wave as well pushing in right now. So, Bane's running there. We call out to try to defend the wave. Aegis expires, so the game's not over just yet. I'm calling to just take a Rax, but for some reason my team literally, like, in sync just runs to go hit the throne. And I'm like, dude, you're a fucking Spectre. We have no siege at all. Wraith King buys back, and I'm like, guys, just hit the fucking Rax. Take the Rax, please. So this is where I wish I would have saved my Mind Sign for, was this push instead of that previous one. So I put down a nice Mind Stack over here, and I'm calling out the team to bait over to this Mind Stack. They get an Abyssal Blade and follow up into a Hex onto the Puck, and he just dies. Yeah. Interesting Cataclysm. Wraith King runs into the mines here, but perfectly Minotaur horns it off the stasis, so unfortunate. Damn, it's a long-ass tornado. Oh, it's a timeless relic. That's why the tornado's so long. But anyways, we get another grip onto the Wraith King. And our man is down. So, overall, we end up getting the win. And I'd say I was pretty happy with how the Techies played out. I pick up a Desolator at the last second. And, yeah, solid game. And felt nice to try a different style of Techies. And it worked out successfully. So, anyways, I guess final thoughts is... I'm probably not going to be playing this hero as much as I used to, but I definitely have it in my pool and will pick it when I think it can be good. And I'll obviously try to give you guys some more commentaries and videos and stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary, and yeah, I'll see you guys next video. Peace.